Rumors are making the rounds that Rachel Zegler will be taking legal action against Hollywood studios. Sony, Paramount, and Disney are all in the firing line if rumors are to be believed. Rumor will be the keyword here, as outside of one YouTube video, there is no indication that this is, in fact, true. This, however, has not stopped the headlines from making the rounds that Zegler is suing everyone. I thought it would be interesting to work through all of the claims to see if there is any truth to this. If my assessment is correct, though, there likely won't be any legal action by Zegler. These are probably just made-up rumors by yet another person pretending to be an insider. This type of news is easy to believe, though, because of how much people dislike Rachel Zegler. She is known for making controversial comments. By this point, everyone has probably heard the things that she has said about the movie she is set to star in. I still do not know why so many actors think it is a good idea to bash the movies they are a part of. This is a common thing that we see all the time. They will take the money, make the movie, and then rip it apart afterward. Despite her weird comments, Zegler has insisted that Snow White is a dream role for her. Right after the controversy dropped, Disney released a video showing how excited Rachel Zegler was when she received the news that the part of Snow White was hers. However, the current rumor is that studios no longer want to cast her because of the negativity surrounding her. Thus, we are now discussing the possible legal action. Currently, it is alleged that due to her firing, Rachel Zegler is suing a host of studios. If these rumors are to be believed, it will likely ruin her career. No studio will want to cast someone who put them through this amount of legal trouble. However, let's work through the studios as well as the projects she has allegedly been fired from. Disney, Sony, and Paramount are three of the major studios Zegler is going after. These studios have either fired her or refused to work with her. The reason they give is the PR disaster she brings along with her. Before I continue, I will once again point out that I do not believe she is blacklisted by any studio. In fact, I think studios love her because of her comments. Producers and studio heads like Kathleen Kennedy and Kevin Feige are even worse than Zegler. I said this before, but I would not be surprised if Zegler got all her negative comments about Snow White from the movie producers and directors. They likely feel the same way as she does. If they did not, they would not keep casting these people. Clearly there is an agreement from executives that this is the direction they need to go in. I do believe that it will hurt them in the long run, but this is the road they have chosen in the short run. Most of the movies that Disney released last year and this year have tanked. It is, however, unclear exactly what the cause of this might be. Some argue it is the remakes, and others argue people are tired of superheroes. Then there is also a third argument that suggests it is due to Disney's social and political messages. The first project that Zegler has been linked to post-Snow White is Pirates of the Caribbean. Rumors are making the rounds that she is scheduled to be in the next installment. It is unclear which version of the movie they are referring to, but I do believe the rumor. Currently, there are two versions of the movie floating around. One version involves a women-led crew starring Margot Robbie. The other version involves bringing back Johnny Depp and continuing where the fifth movie ended. Zegler would likely be part of the Margot Robbie version. It is now rumored that she has been dropped from the project in favor of Jenna Ortega. Despite everything, I do think that Zegler would make a good pirate. In addition to being no longer considered by Disney, she is also reportedly being let go by Sony. Initially, she was considered for a Spider-Man spin-off, Madam Web. However, Sony has decided to go in a new direction. There are also multiple sources that suggest she was part of an upcoming Paramount and Lionsgate movie. While the movie does not have a name yet, it was reportedly a thriller, and the announcement was due next year. The only movie that I can confirm she will no longer be part of is Paddington 3. I did find it a bit strange. The original reason for her departure was due to the strike. At the time, it was reported that the producers could not wait any longer for Zegler as they wanted to start filming. This reason made little sense as the strike was almost over by the time the news broke that she stepped away from the project. As stated, though, this is the only film she departed from. The reason why I find this news hard to believe is the reason they give for her pursuing legal action. I am not going to mention the name of the leaker as I have learned my lesson by doing that. Fake insiders claim to have information, only for people to report on it and link to the source who did everything for attention. As stated, though, this insider claims that Zegler will be pursuing legal action on the grounds of racial discrimination and fan toxicity. Again, I just do not believe that Rachel Zegler will be suing studios on these grounds. Despite all the online controversy, she is still in high demand. While we can argue that this might not last, right now, there is no reason to sabotage this. The Hunger Games role is already big enough. She will likely star in the sequels as well. Thus, why would she want to go after Lionsgate? Then she is also the star of Disney's next big movie. This, however, will be a make or break for her. If this movie fails to make money, Disney might reconsider their relationship with her. I would argue, though, that the likely failure of this movie does not solely fall at her feet. Disney has been milking the remakes for years now. Fans are no longer interested in these types of movies. It is seen as lazy content. They want to remake everything, and it is not just Disney doing this. All studios are partaking. Everything from Harry Potter to Twilight is either getting remakes or prequels. At some point, fans will get tired and push back. I am not sure how much Rachel Zegler and her negative comments impact an already irritated audience. Moving forward, it will be interesting to see how all of this plays out. Rachel Zegler might not be suing anyone, but her past comments do have a whole community riled up. Her box office numbers moving forward will dictate what projects she gets in the future, whether that is fair or not. While I do not believe that actors would be held responsible for poor movie sales, in this case, they might have blame to share. When you, as a lead actress, make comments that turn fans away from the project, you do, unfortunately, have to carry some responsibility. Only time will tell what will happen next.